Nothing works. Wait, no. No. Grillson!
3 hours earlier.
Did you know there's like 4 moons on Jupiter? Don't quote me on that. I'm not a scientist.
Good morning, buddy.
The monitor's
Here's your
glow.
coffee.
The bear sits with Grillson at the desk. Cup of coffee in hand. An energy bar in another. Bear takes some energy bar pieces, dips them into the coffee, and offers one to Grillson.
Wow. Those long-standing workflows are held together by duct tape. And Grillson.
Everything was fine. Until it wasn't. Bear can't get up from the window.
Please, no more
Clears, but
errors.
the error messages stop. But the damage is done.
Jesus Christ.
But the biggest error already happened. Bear turns back to the desk, reaches for the empty Build Your Bear box, the only thing left.
My brain hurts.
Bear looks back at the window, at the place where Grillson disappeared.
Tomorrow isn't there yet. I still have an hour to be depressed. But Grillson's already gone.
This is too much. Bear starts to cry.
I'm sorry. Yeah, Bear, I'm real sorry that internship just kind of didn't work out, did it? I know. Yeah, you need a job. Let's actually, you know what? We've got a really cool jobs report. I was thinking maybe I should actually say what we're going to talk about at the beginning of this part of the show segment. Is that? I don't know. Whatever. We've got what space debris does to spacecraft. Most in-demand space, I think it's careers, researchers develop novel technology using biomimicry. And then we've got some future job reports, right? And we're going to end off on a neat little article. That's a surprise. We'll get to that. All right. Well, I was watching some space. Did you know there's like 4 moons on Jupiter? Don't quote me on that. I'm not a scientist. I think that's the one, but there's like 4. It's crazy. Anyway, here's what space debris does to the Kevlar shielding protecting the International Space Station. And I think, okay, don't read, writing. I think whatever blasted this gigantic hole through this fabric was not that big. It was just moving extremely fast. It's pretty insane. Okay, if you've seen Gravity, I have not, you'll have noticed how a single piece of space debris can cause a cascade of destruction that makes the entirety of space completely uninhabitable to spacecraft, question mark? Well, in the photo above, this is below actually, whoops, you can see the exit hole created by a tiny piece of aluminium space debris in a piece of Kevlar shielding, the same shielding that protects the manned modules of the ISS. Space debris is serious stuff. Yes, it is, Sebastian. Thank you for pointing that out. This is great writing. More articles. Oh wow, people learn more slowly from chatbots than legacy search. I'm curious about that. Let's check that out after. That's okay, just kidding, surprise, we got a new article. You know how we've written a few stories about growing problem of space debris? Yes, we have. Okay. Why though? In this photo released by the ESA earlier today, I think that's like Europe's NASA. Analogous, shows a piece of Kevlar Nextel that has been blasted by a 7.5 0.3-inch aluminium bullet. Okay, first of all, who's firing off aluminium bullets in space? That's my first question, but that's beyond the point, I guess. Basically, just a giant air cannon. Wow, the test was carried out here on Earth. Oh, there it is. Yep, just got to keep reading, narrator. Just got to keep reading. This test was carried out here on Earth using the Fraunhofer cannon, like you might see in Mythbusters. Oh, cool. To simulate what would happen if a real spacecraft was struck by space debris. The Kevlar Nextel shielding in a stuffed Whipple layout. It is used to protect the automated transfer vehicle, ATV. Okay. Chamber, high pressure section, launch tube, and blast off. I wonder how much that cost, honestly. Oh, jeez Louise, look, that looks pretty bad. Believe it or not, despite the gaping hole, I do want to see that large actually. It's like, how strong is this normally to make it look like that happened easily? Believe it or not, despite the gaping hole, the shielding actually did its job. The photo shows that the layer of aluminium underneath the shielding, which represents the spacecraft's hull, is scorched, but otherwise unharmed. This is mostly down to the immense strength of the Kevlar Nextel. Wow. Okay, how many layers do we need of that? That's all. We're just gonna drive around in a Kevlar onion. That's gonna be the spacecraft. I don't know. Space debris clearly is serious stuff. Yeah, it is. Really, what is a single small piece of debris? Sorry, if this is what a single small piece of debris can do, imagine the havoc that would be wrought by the thousands of pieces of debris that would be created by a collision between the spacecraft and satellites. What? How? What? How big was what took the dinosaurs out? Is what I'm curious about. Science. I'm sure there's an answer to that somewhere. We'll revisit, maybe not, I don't know. As a small aside, the inventor of Kevlar, Stephanie Pollock, thank you. Oh, Stephanie, rest in peace. And thank you so much for your contributions. That's so cool. She's so cool. All right, we had this. Just quick. I'm just gonna dive in a little bit, little touch base to people in Muslim looking chatbots and through legacy search. I thought, oh, even when they're telling the truth, that's a great point. There sure are a lot of frivolous uses for AI. Now it seems overdone. A new paper has collected results from 7. Okay, that's experienced with a total of 10,000 participants and has come to the conclusion that learning with a chatbot leads to lower recall and shallower learning. Oh, that makes 100% sense because you're not thinking, you're not doing the hard part, you're just offloading that to something else. And then thereby you are not actually learning because the learning comes from the hard part of thinking, doing that thinking work. I think that's what it looks. I don't know. Let's see. Chatbots provide an easy answer to almost any question. Elaborate index card. They can be very untrustworthy, but intuitively, making chatbot response less sophisticated might likely be the key to making them better and making us smarter. Okay. I try to make mine do like a Socratic method between me, so it's not just giving me the answers, depending on what it is. Anyway, I find that's kind of helpful because then I'm like interviewing myself via chatbot, thinking like, what is that? What does that mean? Why is that necessary? The most in-demand space jobs on the space front. The space industry is soaring into new heights, both literally and figuratively. That's cute. Okay. We're not going to read this whole thing because you have eyes, and I will actually, for real this time, list the links of these down below. And by these, I mean articles. Okay, aerospace engineer, launch vehicles. Oh, which is cool. This is so cool. Key responsibility: designing and optimizing rocket structures, fuel systems, and guidance components for suborbital and orbital missions. Essential skills: mechanical and structural engineering, propulsion and fluid mechanics, project management, very important. Regulatory knowledge, okay, also very important. Satellite systems engineer, what could that be? Let's see, essential skills: systems engineering, electronics and power management, RF and communication, thermal and structural analysis. Okay, spacecraft propulsion engineer. What are those? Fluid dynamics, thermodynamics, chemical and electrical propulsion. What even is chemical propulsion? What is this? So much. There's so much out in the world. I hope this is doing something for you. And I don't know. Maybe we can get you an astronaut job or mission control specialist / flight controller job. Systems monitoring. Okay, that makes sense. Communication and teamwork. Wow. See, this is a second bullet, but I feel like that must be important. Real-time decision making, confidence under pressure, balancing multiple streams of data in fast-paced conditions. See, if you have ADD, I feel like this could be the thing for you. Yeah. Career outlook: planetary scientist, astrogeologist. What is this? This is so cool. Renewed global interest in lunar bases, Martian missions, and asteroid mining, planetary scientists and astrogeologists play pivotal roles in understanding celestial bodies' composition, formation, and resource potential. Whether through robotic rovers or sample return missions, their research helps shape the next generation of exploration and exploitation strategies. I'm not sure I'm understanding what this word means in this context, but I hope it's good. Exploitation strategies. Okay. Geoscience and planetary formations, foundations in geology, geophysics, geochemistry with a space-focused twist. Wow, that's neat. Lab techniques, team collaboration, great. Also very important. Always communication and publication. Space robotics and automation engineer. Let's see, what are the skills? Sensors, embedded systems, control theory. Wow, okay. Cross-disciplinary collaboration. Always important. The team can take us to victory. Earth observation data analyst. But looking for food. Remote sensing techniques, geospatial analysis, machine learning, big data and cloud interpretation and communication. Okay, not as much teamwork as before, but still pretty cool. Space manufacturing and materials specialist. Asset and cost effectiveness, additive manufacturing, I don't know what that is. Testing and quality assurance, design for space. Wow. Okay, understanding how to optimize part geometry for launch loads, thermal extremes, and vacuum conditions. This feels like you need to be really good at math for this one. I think so. Exploring novel alloys, composites, or carbon fiber reinforced polymers. Mm. Wow. Space policy and law expert. What even is law in space? Okay, let's keep reading. Advising government bodies, space agencies, or private companies on compliance with national and international treaties. Example, Outer Space Treaty. We're going to take a look at that at some point. Drafting, reviewing, licensing document, memoranda of understanding, and liability frameworks. Legal knowledge, policy. This is going to be a whole space branch of law. This is crazy. I'm sure that already is, maybe. What salaries? Okay, to be a space lawyer is 40,000 pounds. That's crazy, man. 80K? I don't know, man. That's I'm not a lawyer, nor am I a space lawyer, but if I was, I would expect probably more than 80,000 pounds, but that's neither here nor there. Should make YouTube's videos. Videos on YouTube. What even is this? Project management methodologies, yes. Agile, waterfall, hybrid, communication and leadership, importantly for this. Commercial space project manager. Okay, yeah, just having all the space cats. Look at that. We're gonna just scratch past this. I guess with the UK, I don't know how the laws work and what kind of social safety benefits to get the job, but blah 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 blah. That sounds cool. Researchers develop a novel biomimetic fabrication technique for flexible electronics, such as wearable sensors and electronic skins. This is pretty cool. I thought this was neat, especially for the medical field. So biomimicry is attempting to mimic nature's design, design, form, and systems. I think it's kind of like three major things we're trying to copy from nature. And what is this? The advantages of surface based on fractal patterns are at their self-repeating hierarchical structures maximize the surface area while maintaining surface's mechanical flexibility. Just pretty neat. It's like a soft robot kind of vibe. Compared to artificial fractals like kirigami or origami, leaf skeleton fractals offer naturally optimized hierarchical and scalable structures. They provide superior flexibility, breathability, and transparency while maintaining a high surface area to volume ratio. See, it's almost like somebody already did the research on this and it works really well. Spoiler, it's nature. Nature did this. It's pretty cool. We have succeeded in merging nature's efficient designs with modern materials, which opens new possibilities for flexible and wearable electronics. Doctoral researcher Amit tells us, University of Tuku. Reducing environmental impact. Look at this. This is so neat. It's a little leaf skeleton. How do they even get, where does the green part go? I don't know. This is pretty neat, I thought. Amit, thank you, Dr. Amit. Thank you, Dr. Vipur. Cool stuff. Okay, future jobs report. I thought this was neat because we want to be looking to the future. We want to help Bear get another job, right, Bear? And want you to get paid and live beautifully and have wonderful lives. All right, shifting global trends and technology, because I feel that AI, scary as it can be, can hopefully bring us cool job prospects. Okay, so this is what's going up: green up, red down. Red, cashiers, admin assistants, executive secretaries, building caretakers. Oh, material recording, stock keeping clerks, accounting. Oh, wow. Payroll, accounting and auditors, transportation, security guards, data entry clerks, graphic designers. Oh, sad. Oh, but the real graphic design is going to have like the beautiful things. The best looking things. Okay. Business services, claims adjusters. All right. And then up. Things going up. Farm workers, laborers, agriculture workers, light truck, delivery service drivers, software application developers, building framers, shop salespersons, car van, motorcycle drivers, lots of driving happening, food and beverage serving, Project managers, that's tough. Yeah, it's tough to automate. Secondary education teachers. Okay, personal care aides. The skills gap. The skills gap continues to be the most significant obstacle to business transformation in response to global macro trends. Cited by 63% of employees as a main barrier to future-proofing their operations. If the global workforce represented a group of 100 people, 59 are projected to require reskilling or upskilling by 2030, 11 of whom are unlikely to receive it. How do we know that? By their job or themselves or what? This translates to over 120 million workers with a medium-term risk of redundancy. Oh, what is that? Resilience, flexibility. Okay, you got to know about AI, you got to know about networks, creative thinking, leadership, social influence, talent management, analytical thinking, AI and upskilling. Very important stuff. Okay, AI is reshaping business models with half of employees globally planning to reorient their business to target new opportunities resulting from the tech. Most common workforce responses to these changes expect upskilling workers, with 77% of employees planning to do so. Wow. 41 plan to reduce their workforce as AI automates certain tasks. I mean, that seems like an easier route, honestly, from a business perspective, but it seems like a better long-term solution, just upskilling the people. I don't know. Just guessing here. Almost half of employees expect to transition staff from roles exposed to AI disruption to other parts of the business. Okay, beyond tech, we're going to urgent action. We're gonna keep scrolling. Okay, well, that's pretty much the end of this. Then I want to pull up the job report, which is extremely long. Download the PDF. It's talking about skills gap and what we can do to fill that. It's a very long report, honestly, so we're not going to read it. But I just wanted to touch on like the table of contents. We might read it actually over time. A couple of key areas. Introduction: drivers of the labor market transformation, jobs outlook, total job growth and loss, skills outlook, workforce strategies, region and economy and industry insights. Okay. Oh, most of it's like the, I guess, like the research. Yeah, got it. Preface: Sadia. That's such pretty. Thank you, Sadia. We gotta just scroll that. I think we're looking at page 18. It's a nice design. Like it'll. Oh, thank you. Oh yeah. Mango. That's not mango. It's coconut. Mm. Interesting. It's spelled out, so I just drank it so that. Oh, thank you. Delicious. Okay, technology trends driving business transformation. 25 to 30. That's now to 30. Oh. Technology trends: AI and information, robots and autonomous systems, energy generation, new materials and composites. Oh, that's the top field. Biotechnology and gene technology. This sounds so fascinating. But we'll scroll down a bit. I'm going on to page 18. What does that mean, though? Generative AI skills. It's like, okay, I'll stop there. Coursera data generated for future of jobs reported 2025 reveals significant growth in demand for generative AI training among both individual. Okay, what is the why? Drivers of demand differ. The US demand is primarily driven by individual users, whereas in India, corporate sponsorship plays a significant role. Oh, okay. Wow, look at that. 2024, it went up way up. Total consumption, consumer enrollments, total enterprise enrollments. Wow, so there's way more people just doing it on their own. Goodness gracious. Well, yeah, because it's all right, that makes sense. Woohoo! I love this. Geoeconomic trends by economy. I can just look at this forever. This is oh God, this is beautiful. Oh, jeez. I wish my babies to be so pretty one day. I love this. Okay, jobs outlook. Total growth and loss: 1 million jobs. Jobs destroyed here. Jobs stable. Jobs created. Look at that. It's what I thought it would be. But then I'm seeing that there's obviously probably a gap. Well, the upskilling comes from hopefully these people over here, or hopefully these people over here, and maybe this scoots up. I don't know. Growing and declining jobs. Fastest growing and fastest declining jobs, which we just saw up there. which is crazy. Remember, we saw at the beginning the UX was like at the down list. Okay, I'm a little confused about this, but I think it's worth a deeper dive, and I might just wrap up the next episodes for the remainder of the year with these, honestly, because I hope, I know it's tough out there, and I hope this can give you some inspiration, maybe some ideas about classes to take or certifications to get, or maybe a target to shoot for in your job search. And then the cherry on top, my favorite thing, babe, was this raccoon article. Raccoons are showing early signs of domestication. Just look how cute he is with his little rubber burglar mask on, his little nose. Oh, his little, like, so petable, and his little ears look so soft and fluffy. With district childlike hands and cheeky masks, raccoons are North America's ubiquitous backyard bandits. Just so cute. One thing about us humans is that wherever we go, we produce a lot of trash. Yeah, true. If we have an animal that lives close to humans, you have to be well behaved enough. That's true. That selection pressure is quite intense. Okay, proto dogs, for example, would have dug through human trash heaps, and cats were attracted to the mice that gathered around refuse. Okay, over time, individual animals that had reduced fight or flight response could feed more successfully around humans and pass their non reactive behavior to their offspring. Okay, get it? I get it. Oh, sorry. Yes, stand for science. Lesh says the neural breast cells are most salient hypothesis. Scientists have to explain domestication syndrome right now. Okay, but one piece of the puzzle would be seeing if domestication syndrome was observable in real time wild animals. Oh, yeah. Okay, that's like things, not people, animals, but spots. Animals with spots. Okay, anyway, this is cool. I thought it was cool. Maybe one day we'll have pet raccoons and our new space jobs flying to space with us. That'd be like sitting in a spaceship coop. It's only perfect time. Be raccoon. Boop, boop. Okay, that's all. Love you so much. Hope you enjoy that song. Hope you enjoy the article. And hope you have a beautiful day, beautiful life.